Speaking of Trump, though, I know he made a big fuss around Jimmy Kimmel's monologue last week regarding the Charlie Kirk shooting.
Yep.
With that, ABC decided to suspend Jimmy Kimmel for a few days. He's now been reinstated. How do you feel about that, Rob?
Actually, last night I I was able to tune in to his return. I do have some slight qualms about what he said on his opening monologue, but I think talking about free speech, I think talking about the Epstein files, I think just talking about how un-American a lot of things have been going on since this last 9 months was important. I don't want to say some people, I would say this, some people think, and I may pitch this back to you, is like when he was talking about his intention and how he's not, making a farce of Charlie Kirk's death, he got a little bit emotional. Do you feel like he kind of apologized if you caught the opening monologue at all?
I caught a little bit of it. I wouldn't say outright apologize. I would say he cleaned up stepping on his grave. So it's, for lack of better words.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think he still feels how he feels.
Yeah. And, maybe I can go maybe a little therapy where it's kind of like, I think it's okay for you to have empathy for the moment, but also it's okay that you don't have that as well because of, some of the things that he said about black women, things about, a lot of different people, a lot of different races, creeds, and religions. So it's kind of like, I think we all can agree witnessing that traumatizing moment all on camera was a lot, but we still can ignore the things that were documented that were said. I do think that was dope that Jimmy did still stand 10 toes down on the FCC and, still going at Trump. And I think one bar he said that was pretty funny. Well, he's like, well, no one was supposedly not watching my show. Now you're giving them a reason to watch my show. Thanks, nigga. So I was like, that's funny.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just worry about that becoming a norm. And I feel like we're almost starting to lean in towards a dictatorship almost, in a sense. Like, I don't want people to just be censored because of stuff like that, or like anytime whoever political party is kind of running things in the White House, they can just we're gonna hit up ABC or CBS or Fox and I want him off air for a couple of days.
And I think that's was the part he was saying that's un-American, because you have to look through the Biden administration. There's a lot of things, a lot of people disagree with him, but they weren't threatening to throw him off the air.
Somewhat relevant facts, but the FCC okays a lot of FTC okays a lot of mergers, which I think was ABC or NBC. ABC. So they're going through a bit of a merger right now, which is part of the reason why they booted off Kimmel. Also part of the reason why they paid, I think it was like $1.6 million to Trump due to a defamation case on 60 Minutes because the FTC was threatening to shut down their merger and they were in a private litigation with Trump about libel, I think. And then once they just settled outside of court, paid him the $1.6 million, the investigation and stopping of the merger went away. And since then, the FCC has opened up basically open investigations into most of the major broadcasters, threatening to pull their broadcasting license if they step out of line, which is a lot of these companies' income.
I would say just, my kind of any thoughts with this was I think it's important to have difficult conversations with people. I think difficult conversations versus hateful conversations are two different things, where it's kind of we've had difficult conversations on here, but also at the same time, it's not, I think there's a place where if you're saying all or nothing statements, then we gotta stop because that's not true. Like even when we're having the man and woman conversation, not all women are like that. Not all men are like that. Maybe the men you remember. So I think for me, when we kind of show on the global stage that our president can't take a joke or our administration can't take a joke, it's just like, man, no wonder a lot of people are laughing at us. And it's kind of like when we grow up and get out of high school.
But speaking of people taking a joke.
Hey, yo, I'm saying this early. Yeah. Hey, yo, for what we about to talk
Speaking
about.
Of people taking a joke.
Yo.
So, Black Twitter was kind of on fire yesterday. As many of you know, Cardi B recently dropped her sophomore album last week. Within the album, she had a song presumably meant as a diss towards the rapper JT and her boyfriend Lil Uzi. So with that, and I'm going to pull up these lyrics real quickly because I don't want to misquote her.
We don't want to misquote you.
Yeah, no, sorry.
You're good, G.
And you're probably going to have to bleep out a lot of this. I'm sorry.
Okay.